taking on the Ravens. We got a video coming up tomorrow, right? This is war. This man's a warrior. Steel Studio, baby.
Hello, and here we are doing a little show earlier this week because you don't know what's going to happen before the draft. Everybody's going to be into the draft by Thursday, so thought I'd just do a little show here by my 12 guys that I think the Steelers could go for. There's rumors as we speak flying around everywhere. Still hearing Ayuk rumors. Still hearing, now I'm hearing that we're trying to trade up to number 12 for Quinion Mitchell. And Omar is going to get the best player. I don't know. He is not going to be pigeonholed to a position. He is going to get guys and we need, but he's going to get the best player for that need. If that means it's Quinion Mitchell or one of these guys on my list, that's what it's going to be. He's not just going to draft the best center because that's the best center. They're just not going to do it. And people say there's only 3 centers in this draft that could start in the NFL, and that's bullshit too. But hey, man, I want to have a celebratory beer for this offseason. I did the same thing last year. We had a great offseason last year. We did the playoffs. We didn't win, but this year we're going to. Big additions of Russell Wilson, number 1, and some of the other guys. He's been great, too. He's been going to Penn game, Pirates games. He's making himself a home in Pittsburgh. Here's to you. Mm-hmm. We're going to be so it's going to be so much fun, man. So much fun. And first of all, here's what I think the Steelers' needs are. Of course, I think we cannot go on a season with just George Pickens and a bunch of guys. I like the guys, but we need another guy, maybe 2. So I'm saying receiver, slot receiver. We could get 2 in this draft. Of course, center. We could play with who we have, and that's always an option, and they're very good. Tackle, of course, right tackle. We could go with Dan Moore. We could do what we did last year, but we'll probably draft a tackle. Corner, slot corner, sounds like that's a bigger need than we think. All we have is Joey Porter and Jackson, but we need something else. D lineman and inside linebacker. We could use an edge as well. And I think that we'll draft one if we do and still sign Golden, but I think we'll probably just bring Golden back. I wouldn't be surprised at that. But here's the draft order. And as you can see, we're at 20 right now. I think we stay put. But there is a little bit of a sweet spot there, number 12. But I think we could stay put and get a really good player. And I don't think we'll trade down anymore. I thought we might trade down. The only way we trade down is if we swap with Frisco and get Ayuk and give him up a third or something. Then we have our receiver, and I'd be okay with that. But, I'm going to highlight some of the guys here that I think that we could draft. Here is my list of guys that I think the Steelers love and they could draft. Number 1 on my list, and he's probably not going to be there, but we could trade down for him. I know they love him, Rome Odunze. The guy's a stud. Let's watch some highlights of Rome here. Big physical receiver. Oh, man. Him and Pickens together would be amazing. A lot of people think he's the next Devontae Adams, this guy. And that's another guy we could trade for as well, Devontae Adams. But I like this guy. He's probably the second or third best receiver in his draft. He's a big physical guy. He blocks. He would fit the mold real well for our team. That's a guy that I'd be shocked if we got, but would not be surprised. How's that? Shocked, but not surprised. Nice player there. So another guy I like is this Troy Fatano. I think I spelled his name wrong. Now, forgive me for that. I was in a hurry when I did the list. I knew who I wanted to put on it, but he's another guy that I like. He's a stud. He's a great tackle. If he's there, I think we take him. Another guy is Jackson Powers Johnson, physical center. I think we've liked him all along. But who knows? A lot of people think he's going to slide to the second round. That would be nice as well. And, of course, Cooper DeJean is a guy that I think that we could take. He's a really good player, a Swiss Army knife. And, I think he could be a surprise pick at number 20. But let's see what he can do. Here's some of his highlights. He was with Iowa. Can't have that lagging, man. Look at that. He's an athlete. He's just such an athlete. He could play safety. He could play in the slot. He could play outside. He would solve a lot of problems. He could return punts. He would solve a lot of problems for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Watch this guy. Just show you his athletic ability, man. And he's black and gold already. Might as well bring him in. We'd be so good on defense. And we need to get younger on defense. I really believe we do. Look at that. I like that guy a lot. Yeah, I like him a lot. Let's watch one more here. Boom. Touchdown. Wow. That is nice. That is nice. I like that. And that's a need, and that's something that we're going to do. It's something we're going to do. We're going to add a guy like that. Another guy I like is the Audrey Phillips corner from Kentucky. He's another slot corner. But back to my list in order here. Graham Barton. That's another guy a lot of people have us taken. I'm a little nervous about him because he hasn't played a lot of center. But that's another guy that he's very athletic, and he may be the guy all along. So let's look at some Graham Barton highlights here. All right, here we go. Isolating. Hard to get a look at center highlights. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. No doubt about that. Just Bombs Productions. They do a lot of these for us. Look at that. Boy. He's great on his feet. Great. He can move. Something Arthur Smith loves. Yeah. He can. He's a physical guy. He'll knock people on their ass. No doubt about that. Look at him. He's out in space. That's nice. That might be the guy they love. They did bring him in for a pre-draft visit, which is usually a tell. But I don't know, man. I kind of feel like they might try to get a Zach Frazier in the second round or something. This is probably the most, we don't know what they're going to do year that I remember for a long time. More than I can remember. Boom. Yeah, so I like him too. He's a good player. I'd be happy with any of these people we've highlighted here. Terry and Arnold is another one I think they love. He would be another outside corner. He's not in a slot. He's not a Swiss Army knife like Cooper, but he's very good. And another guy I love is Ricky Pearsall. He could definitely be in our plans. Let's look at Ricky Pearsall. Man, this thing's lagging tonight. The internet's bad. I apologize. Anyway, he's pretty big. Wow. He would fit in nicely. He could play the slot too. Man, this internet's bad tonight. Disappointed in that. Let's see what's a little bit more here. See if he can go deep. Wow. Man. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. So he's another one I love. Chris Jenkins is a D tackle from Michigan. I like him a lot. We love the Michigan guys. Mike Tomlin made a point to say that we love the Michigan guys. I expect him to take one of these Michigan guys. As I mentioned, Zach Frazier, nothing wrong with him, West Virginia center. He's a stud. I'd be so happy with that. Get him in the second round, I believe. And Sanistrell, I believe is his name, Mike Sanistrell from Michigan's a guy that I think we could be interested in. He's a slot corner. Let's see what he's got to offer us here. If it doesn't lag. Oh, looks like a fun Michigan video here. Ugh. He's a little smaller. He's a good player. He's a good slot though, man. That was a good defense. Very athletic kid too. He can jump. All right, I'm dumping this thing, man. Good God. Oh, look, he can rush the passer too. Very physical. So that's my list. Those are my guys that I think that we could draft, and of course, may get one of them, may get two of them. It's so hard to say. Those are the guys I think we love. Once again, we're picking 20 if we stay there, and I think one of these guys could be a Pittsburgh Steeler. I've been right the last couple of years, and it's going to be exciting to see what we do. We have needs. I still think we're going to get another receiver, whether it's a trade or sign somebody, but it's got to be a trade or draft one of these guys like Roman Duzier high, and it's been the plan all along. They have a plan. Trust me. So we'll be back on Thursday or Friday and talk about who we picked or if anything happens before that. And I appreciate you guys, and please subscribe, like, comment, and tell me who you think we could pick. Go Steelers.